What is up, everyone? Zombie Bear 31 here, and welcome to Planet Zoo. How to create ... We are in this beautiful beginner zoo, which is just literally this, and that's it, just the entrance and nothing else but freedom. We're in North America. We are in the tundra territory. And we're going to start off today's episode by doing a few little tricks and tips. So, we got the music playing. We got everything's happy. Ignore everything else that's around us but this. Okay, so we got, if you click here, this is pass. You unclick it, it goes away. You click it, it appears. It's similar to Planet Coaster. All right, so we got angle snaps, which, you know, you don't always need. Like, you don't need, honestly. You can do, like, without it. You can do with it. It doesn't matter. I always just have it on just in case. You can do a length. So the length will actually show you how to do, like, you know, you can do it either this or this. So this is, like, one length. Or you can do just, like, one of those. So it could be, like, you know, here, or you could do 5 and it will go all the way out there, which is pretty crazy, because then, you know, you could do like this and then it would be like a crazy loop, but that's besides the point. All right, so that's the beginning of pass. So this is the introduction for today. We are going into pass. So that's our length, and then we have the width. So this is like the width. So this would be like, this is a width of 4. And then this is the width of 10. So you can really see the difference. So the reason that the paths are actually really good to have it like this is because what you can do is on busier parts in the park, you can have bigger sections. So like usually in the beginning of the park, you should have a bigger section. And then the little paths are perfect for like little areas that maybe are like around an exhibit that's like super tiny, like this, you know, like it could be like a really tiny exhibit, obviously not, and that would be there for that, or not really exhibit, but more a habitat. There we go. So one of the interesting things is that to delete, you can either do the right mouse button to delete the path that you've created, or you can actually just click up here, and let's say that we put down a path that goes like here. You can click on this and it'll delete it for you. So we got that. We have a whole bunch of different paths. So there's, you know, like asphalt, there's dark, there's a log, there's tree bark, all that stuff. So there's a whole bunch of different paths that you can actually do. And I think it's super cool because then you can do different paths for different areas. You could, like, you know, play around and do like a cool design like I'm doing. We have like a wooden path, so like that would be super cool. You could do like every single different path, and it would be kind of dope because it's also every single different railing for each different one. But the nice part is that when you go into the little settings here, you can flatten the terrain as you're going. So what it will do is, I don't know if you guys can see this well, but if I go here and that, it will flatten the land as I pull it out. So it will make sure that it doesn't, so if we unclick this, then it might not flatten the land as it goes. So it might then be uneven between the posts if you've done something. Not always does that work, but you know, it could happen. You never know what could happen. So yeah, so like see here how it shows it here. So this is where it has been like flattened, so you can definitely see the mark and stuff like that. So I just think that's a really cool one to keep on. Tunneling is for if, like, okay, so let's go over here. So let's say that you need an underground system. So this is like all underground. Then you can put it underground and make sure that a path can go through it, because what it will do is it will break away the ground under it. So I think that's a super cool one to have. It's quite beneficial too, you know, you can like make some cool designs, have some fun with it. I don't know. However, they can be a little bit complicated, especially when you're trying to like attach things, because it just does this, but then it's like, what if I wanted to go here? Then I'd have to go like further out, and then I could go here. But it's also grossly, you know, circular. And it's like, what if that's the end of that path, and then it goes like this? And that's like, this is like the entrance right here, but then that path's closed because it's something else. What you can do is you can align the grid. We have to first off put something down. Let's do it with ice. The frosted ice path, because it is winter. Okay, and then we align the grid, so you put the grid here. What you can actually do is then you can make a square path, and it also makes it so that then you can literally make a huge platform for people to walk on. So anyone can actually walk on this, any of people. So that is like an entire path, which is so nice, because then if you want, like, let's say that you wanted to add some benches in, then you could add some benches on here and people could sit down and eat, because they can't actually go onto here because there's no way for them to get to it. This way, then there's all that stuff that people can use, and it's actually quite fantastic. Not gonna lie, because I love being able to do this. Okay, so that is basically paths. Now, one other thing that you can do, and we'll show it in the beautiful frosted ice path, if you press U, well, you have to put a thing down first, but if you press U, it takes you up one. If you press U again, it actually creates staircases. And you can go up pretty far and stuff like that. And then if you press J, it'll flatten out the land, and then it will also create staircases the same exact way. So U is for up, J is for down. And then you have some beautiful, you know, staircases. So it's really beautiful when you can do that, because then it's like, what if you're like, you know, you have a habitat right up here, then you can just go do, and then go like this. And then like wrap around the habitat. Maybe make them like go up one more. And then like, you know, have them go down. And then, yeah, so that's like, you know, it's quite fun, honestly, to be able to do that, because then it's super fun. Now, you can also have path supports, which I believe now I figured it out. The path supports are meant to be for the staircases. Yes, they are. Okay. Yeah, figure that one out. Just took a bit. So the path supports are actually for the staircases. That's why they didn't work. So that's the little things there. So that's cool. You can also have railings off on elevators. So you could have it like this. So then it's just staircases going up. But I feel like that would be very scary for everyone. So you might want your people to have, you know, staircases, because they could just fall off. We also have some natural paths. So if we head over here. Oh, Wilp. My game is being dumb. Okay. Well. I'm not quite sure what just happened there. But that's okay. You can also do this, and it'll delete that for you. All right, well, no, I don't know what happened there. So, we can also, let me see. Oh, yeah, natural paths. So these are perfect for in exhibits. So, like the lemur exhibit, habitat, the peacock habitat, anything that people can go in. It's perfect, because then you can do this and have like the habitat around it, like all the way out here. And then it's like, you know, basically everything's perfect. You can also actually make staircases by going like that. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. And then going like that. So it's actually super easy to use, super fun. But anyways, these are the natural parts of the pathways. And what I also like to do is, when you use, let's go over here. When you use the path, and then you use align the grid, you can actually make a square path like this. And then you could put down some beautiful benches. And then people are in a natural area. So it feels like it's a park, but people can actually go there. The only disadvantage, though, is that when you do a path, we'll just do this path right here. And then let's say that we align it. We have it all good like this. Only downside to the paths is you cannot place things on them. So it's obstructed. So you'd have to like do it like this, which still works. So it could like attach straight to it. Like so. And then just create it around it. So it's not too horrible because then, you know, you could do like the path and then have it align with the square again. And then just do like a square over here. And then do like one that's like this. So there is a little bit of a disadvantage, but one that you can totally fix if you really wanted to. Like, you know, add some flowers here, add a base, everything like that. So it's really not that big of a deal. It would have been nice to be able to put them on there, but as far as I'm concerned, can't. So that is kind of the cool thing. Or you could have the grid where you just do the round. If you really like the round, it's like you don't actually need to have the square for this to work. So, you know, you could have a beautiful little round area, stuff like that. But then you just click this for squares again. So you could have both if you really wanted to. But yeah, so that's kind of how to make paths. Hopefully this is explanatory enough. If you guys have any questions, leave comments down below and I'll answer them to the best of my ability. Still also learning how to play the game, which I love so much. Is honestly one of my most favorite games ever. Probably one of them, yeah. And we also have queue lines and staff paths, but those are basically the same as regular paths. The queue lines are for all of the that stuff, but we can go through that on a different episode. So I'm going to leave here this episode. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed. And if you did, please do leave a like and comment down below. And also subscribe for some more content. And I will see you guys in a next Planet Zoo how to create ... We'll see what's happening next time. Bye-bye!